All right, we're back. You know, we were in Matthew 24th chapter, 3rd verse. The disciples came privately to him, asking when the end of the world going to be. So it says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And they asked him, when shall these things be? Because you got to look at why they saying, when shall these things be? When he said in verse 24, verse 1, Matthew 24 and 1, he said, And the Messiah went out and departed from the temple. He departed from the temple. And the disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. So they showing him the temples being built in Israel, right? And the Messiah said unto them, See you not all these things? You see all these things? These temples being built? Verily, truly, I say unto you, he said, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. Right? So, what is he relating to? Let's see what he's relating to. Go to the book of Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, if we can. And let's look at verse 19. It says, For in my jealousy, in the jealousy of the Most High, you know his name is jealous. Most High's name is jealous. He say, For in my jealousy and in the fire of my wrath have I spoken. He says, Surely in that day there shall be a great shaking, where? In the land of Israel. This shaking will be so powerful, he said, so that the fishes of the sea and the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the field and all creeping things, all the way down to insects that creep upon the earth, and all the men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake at my presence. You hear that? Who's that my? That's the Most High. He said, and all the men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake at my presence. What you gonna do when this happens? You ready for this? And the mountains shall be thrown down. Remember what the Master said? He said, all you see these temples that's being made? He said, ain't the stone gonna be left upon the stone. That ain't gonna be what? Thrown down. We just said? And the mountains shall be thrown down, and the steep places, these temples that they showed the Master being built shall fall. And every wall shall fall to the ground. Hear that? He said, every wall shall fall to the ground. Okay? That's what Master told him. Matthew 24 and 2. And the Master said unto them, See ye not all these things? They showed him all the buildings of the temples in Israel. Verily I say to you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, they're thinking about this. You know, he's so excited seeing all the temples being built. He said, You see all this? There ain't going to be one stone left upon another that shall not be thrown down. As he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? When is going to happen, man? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? Now, we read in 2 Ezra 6 and 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob's beginning that follows. So Esau got to be ruling when? The end of the world. People saying that the so-called white man is not Esau. Come on, who is it that you could say that has an army, a navy, Marines, Air Force, powerful enough to God? They're gonna have to take the white man down, the so-called white man down, the Edomites down, to be Esau, to be ruling the world at the end of the world. Esau is the end of the world. So who is it that's gonna take him down in this world that we live in now to be ruling in the end of the world? Come on, man, it doesn't make any sense. All the characteristics of Esau, who is it that fits it? Besides Esau. And the Bible shall say, answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Don't let nobody fool you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach. You know, they came with his name saying, I am Mashiach. I am the Christ. I am the anointed. I am the Messiah. Look, First Maccabees 3:48. This is the Greek Empire. Just what we see happen. And laid open the book of the law, which is the Bible, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images. Come on. The heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images and put them in the Bible. Can you imagine? Just in the Greek Empire. Mashiach Shai came on the earth. He's in the Roman Empire. So they already wrote this. He already know this. Most Christians don't know nothing about this because they can't go to 1 Maccabees 3:48 because they took it out of your Bible. 14 books they took out of the Bible. But it's right there. He knew that they was going to say that he was a so-called white man. Can you imagine? You living on this earth right now and you accomplish so many things in your life and you're looking at, okay, well, it's going to be passed down to even your relatives or whatever, and they don't ever receive anything because they say that you were another race and it goes to someone else. Think about it. That's why Mashiach said, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And even they have Christ in Christianity, which has nothing to do with being Christ-like. That's something they called him. They called the apostles where? In Antioch. That was named after Antiochus Epiphanes that you learn about in the Greek Empire, in First Maccabees and so forth. That wicked root that came unto the earth, doing all kind of wicked things to Israelites. And they named the city after him, and the people that was in the city, wicked Israelites and wicked people that was in that city, called us Christians. Show me where Mashiach called himself a Christian. Paul called himself a Christian. Peter called himself a Christian. They called us a lot of things. They called him a lot of things. So you're going to be hated for my name's sake. He taught they wanted to kill him. Show me where he said he was a Christian. See, people just looking at what they read and say, y'all done made up a word, a definition for it. Don't mean that. It mean extremely stupid person. Come from the word Cretan. French word Cretan. Which means extremely stupid. Poor fella, extremely stupid. Because you got to look at how people will look at us and bring forth this truth compared to religions. They all have the same type of doctrine. You're not under the law. Jesus Christ nailed your sins on the cross, and he's hung on a tree. But they regurgitate the things that they have been told because that's the religious instruction to the Negroes in the United States of America that went across to all nations, if they call themselves Christians and so forth. That's what they following. Turn to your neighbor and say this, that's what they do. So they regurgitate what somebody's told them and not proven in the Bible. Or prove to me that myself say call that, or that word means Christ-like. Don't mean that. That's not his name, no way. We Mashiachim. And Mashiach is the Most Highest. That's why it says, Most High said, take heed. He said, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach, and shall deceive many. Now, I'll tell you what, I'm going to ask over and over again until y'all give me an answer. Because if y'all believe in the Mashiach, did he sin? Did he break the laws of the Most High? So what religion is keeping the moral laws, the civil laws, the dietary laws, the ceremonial laws? The thou can say. Because you keeping them, then you're not sinning. If you're not, you don't know them, then how you gonna say you're not a sinner? You're not doing what's wrong, and you're doing what's right. Say, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. Right now, there's wars going on right now. See that you be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation. That's what he's telling you. Nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. Biden claimed gonna be food shortages. You see a lot of shelves in different stores across the country empty. Somebody showed me they had a picture of food in the aisle. Move the picture back, the vinyl back had pictures of food. Move the vinyl back, nothing was on the shelf. Just picture laying down there through there. Come on now. Famines and pestilence, different diseases, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, he said. So look, he's saying, gonna be wars and rumors of wars. He says gonna be nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Right? That's why I go back to Ezekiel. I'll show you how it hooks up right into where we're at now, and it's gonna kick off. Ezekiel 38:21. He said, I will call for a sword against him throughout all my mountains, said the Most High Power. Every man's sword shall be against his brother. You see? And I will plead against him with pestilence and with blood, and I will rain upon him and upon his bands, armies, and upon many people that are with him, and overflowing rain and great hailstones, fire and brimstones. Thus will I magnify myself. Most I say, hey, he gonna have all these nations join together with Russia, but then the Most High gonna take care of them too. Thus will I magnify myself. You hear what he said? No matter what type of armor or ordinances that they have in their military might, he said, thus will I magnify myself and sanctify myself. That's the Most High. And I will be known in the eyes of many nations. You hear that? That's why it's a fearful thing the Father's hands. He said, I'm going to magnify himself. He going to magnify himself and sanctify himself. And I will be known in the eyes of many nations, and they shall know. I love it when he say this. They shall know that I am the Most High. Power of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Jacob be the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Believe this. So now you see, he said he's going to have every man's hand against his neighbor. Gonna be wars everywhere, man. What you gonna do when he come for you? You ready for it? Look at 2nd Ezra. Let's go into Apocalypse. 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Let's get a little prophecies out of here. 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Oh, man. So I get, man, no Bibles messed up like this. Hold up, this one is, can't do, I gotta get another apocrypha. Just a moment. Okay, here we go. 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. A little prophecy here. It says, woe, destruction to the world, and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, drawing near. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Modern day swords, guns in their hands. And one people gonna stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They're gonna be coming to people's houses. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. They're gonna regard no kings, no princes. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. They don't care nothing about no military, no president, no vice president, no police department at all. Because the people outnumber all of them. The course of their actions is going to stand in their own power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. That's martial law right there, yo. Martial law. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed. And the men shall be afraid. This how heavy this gonna be. So how women gonna be? Say men gonna be afraid. So how women gonna be? I don't know if y'all been to a shooting range or y'all been around fire or gunfire. That's a heck of a sound, man. A lot of gunshots going off. And you don't have earplugs in your ears. That's a heck of a sound. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, steal whatever you have. If you ain't in the spirit with the Most High, because of the lack of bread, because of the lack of food, and for great tribulation. That's why I've been suggesting to everyone that hear my voice to start getting things and put it aside for these times. So that whenever it go down, you ain't out there with everybody trying to, they watching you bring everything in and you stacking everything up. They gonna know you got everything, but if all the time that you have before this go down, you get a little something. It's a sacrifice, you put it aside. You get a little something, put it aside. Get a little something. This is for this time. The Most High giving us the wisdom to look at what's gonna happen, and you don't prepare yourself for what's gonna happen, then how you gonna be with you? How many people can read this to you from the world? Wherever you live at, whoever you know that's your neighbor or whatever, they preparing for what it is that you seeing and been seeing. Some of you for years. He said, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, middle of the modern day swords, guns, and spoil their goods, rob people for what they have because of the lack of bread, the lack of food, and for great tribulation. You see? For great tribulation. He said, behold, said the Most High, I will call together all kings of the earth to reverence me. You say you're going to be magnified? So you're going to magnify himself? You're going to know that he is the Most High? He said, you're going to call all the kings of the earth together to magnify the Most High. To reverence the Most High. Which are from the rising of the sun, from the east, from the south, from the east, and Lebanon, north, to turn themselves one against another. Hear that? What's that? They're going to put a spirit in them to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them. Repay the things that they have done to who? Who do you think the them is? We, the Israelites. That's why, look, Esau ain't in the world, so majority of the people that you see ruling the world are Esau, represent Esau. But let's look at Obadiah 17. The book of Obadiah, verse 17. It says, but upon Mount Zion, Zion represents the 12 tribes of Israel, shall be deliverance. You know, they say they're saved. Upon Mount Zion, upon the 12 tribes of Israel, shall be deliverance. And there shall be holiness. Holiness, holy come for what? Keeping the laws of the Most High. In the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. House of Jacob, family of Jacob, 12 tribes of Israel, all the family of Jacob, all the house of Jacob, shall possess their possessions. Thus say the Most High. Who's he talking about? Verse 1, the vision of Obadiah, the prophet. Thus say the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, concerning Edom. Edom, remember, Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. I mean, all the things that's been done in this world, I don't know why people have a problem with a righteous world being set up on this earth. But before that, look at all these things that's going to go down that we're reading about. Don't sound like a lot of love to me. That's why you better be ready. You better be ready. Every last one of us. Listen to what it says. 2 Ezra 15. He said, verse 20 said, to turn themselves, to put all these kings of the earth against each other, to turn themselves one against another, like I said, and repay the things that they have done to them. They're going to repay the things that they have done to the Most High's chosen people, who we are, the 12 tribes of Israel. He said, we're going to own all their possessions. They shall possess their possessions. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen. And we know the Most High is chosen on who? The 12 tribes of Israel. We are the chosen of the Most High. The 12 tribes of Israel. Isaiah 44:1 clearly says it. Isaiah 44:1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. Simple as that. So now, that's why he said, like as they do yet this day, on our date, unto my chosen, to the 12 tribes of Israel, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom, thus say the Most High. And you're going to know that he is the Most High, because he said it. My right hand, who's his right hand? Mashiach Yahushua. Shall not spare the sinners. But y'all say, oh, no, that's not right. Oh, the Most High, he hates the sin, but he loves the sinner. No, y'all better think again. Y'all better think about it again, because that's not true. That's not the truth at all. He said, he hates the sin and he hates the sinner. He be reserving them for the day of their punishment. Let's get it right, because that's what I say. A lot of you are regurgitating only what you have heard somebody say. Turn your neighbor say this, or you hear somebody say something and you regurgitate it. You don't know what this Bible is talking about at all. Or you would know Ecclesiastes 12:6. But the Most High hateth sinners. I thought the Most High loved the sinner, but he hates the sin. Is that what they teach? They do teach this. But the Bible is contradicting everything that they teach. And that, from that aspect, because it says, make it mean something different. Ecclesiastes 12:6 in the Apocrypha, it says, for the Most High hateth sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the unrighteous, those that don't keep the Most High's laws. And keepeth them, he ain't got rid of them, say, keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. Come on, y'all think y'all could do whatever you want to do? He gonna punish you for sinning, breaking his law, statute, commandments. Y'all better understand, overstand. Get it right. Listen, going back to, so y'all think Jesus is our love? Look, all I know is this. Mashiach is on the right-hand side of the Most High, and the Most High going to tell the Mashiach, rise, come. Mashiach Yahushua, rise and go and judge and make wars, it says in Revelation 19:11. Going back to 2 Corinthians 15. Verse 22 said, my right hand shall not spare the sinners. Look. Since you was an open, go back to, just go over a page. You was on, hopefully you still got Obadiah open. If not, then go back to Amos. Chapter before that, Amos 9:10. All the sinners, contradicting just what they teach again. All the sinners, those that transgress the Most High's laws, break the Most High's commandments, his laws, his rules and regulations, all the sinners of my people, 12 tribes of Israel, shall die by the sword. So I'm going to kill you. Which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. I'm going to read to you again. 2 Ezra what? 15:22. My right hand, that's a Mashiach Yahushua, y'all, shall not spare the sinners as he come to judge and make war. And my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. Last I read, Zechariah 11:5, innocent blood upon the earth. Well, you know how they got America. But in modern day times, we can look at this for right now. Zechariah 11:5, whose possessors slay them, kill them, and hold themselves not guilty. You know? What did he say? My right hand shall not spare the sinners. and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. Hands up, pow, kill. The verdict. Whose possessors slay them, kill them, and hold themselves not guilty. The fire is gone forth from his wrath, verse 23, and has consumed the foundation of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled in fire. The sin is going to be like straw kindled in fire. That's why it's very important to look at keeping the Most High's laws, doing what's right, his rules and regulations, that he took the time to write with his finger. The work of the Most High. I can't make it no clearer. Listen what he say. Woe, that be destruction to them that what? That sin. And keep not my commandments. Say it, the Most High. He's screaming at you. What you going to do when he come for you? If you got the wrong attitude, you got the wrong mindset, you're not doing what he say do, you a sinner. That's why he say destruction to them that sin. He just say all the sinners of my people going to die by the sword. That say what? The evil shall not come near us or prevail against us. You serious? Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, said the Most High. I will not spare them. It's going to come a time, this mercy and grace is not, you can't put mercy and grace right here. You cannot put mercy and grace here. Ain't going to be no peace to the wicked. He said, hey, woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, said the Most High. I will not spare them. Go your way, you children, from the power. Defile not my sanctuary. For the Most High knoweth all them that sin against him. And therefore deliver he them unto death and destruction. That's why I'm here to warn you. And it's so heavy on my spirit because you can hear it, but you apply it in your life. And we know our people, man, it's like they hard-headed. They rebellious. They don't want to do what's right, but you gotta understand, Most High, I'm gonna do a lesson on that. And you shall know, if I haven't done it already, and you shall know that I am the Most High. Because people don't believe in him enough. He ain't they don't fear him enough. Don't wait till he visits you. It's too late then. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth. You hear that? These plagues that he's talking about, what we just reading about in this lesson, gonna come on this whole earth. And ye shall remain in them. I don't want you to be in these plagues, man. I don't want to be in these plagues. For the Most High shall not deliver you. I don't want to be not delivered. I want to be delivered. Don't you? Because ye have sinned against him. You gotta understand. Overstand. My Sheikh Shai said, Matthew 10:34. Matthew 10:34. Think not, don't you think, he said, that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. You hear that? He said, I came not to send peace, but a sword. Better understand. And overstand who we talking about. He said in St. John 10:30, I and my Father are one. They agree. So don't think you're going to run from the Most High and run to a Mashiach Yahushua. He said, I ain't come to set peace on earth, but a sword. Isaiah 48:22. Isaiah 48:22 said, there is no peace, said the Most High, unto the wicked. And we see all this wickedness that's going on right now. Almost like a modern day slave catchers. Then caught the slave and brought him back. And give them rules and regulations they got to go by to satisfy them. There is no peace, said the Most High, unto the wicked. It might come at us a certain way, but you're going to know without a shadow of a doubt that you've been visited by the Most High. You're going to know that it's from the Most High. Job 9:24 says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He who is the wicked covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All the way from the Most High. Doing my shake up shy. To we the children of Israel, saying that somebody else is us. And cannot handle the fact that we are the people of the book. Or it should be no problem with saying we are not the people of the book, and it should be able to, a panel that should be able to come through and prove it according to the Bible and history books or whatever you need. That's easy. Proverbs 29:2. Ciao. What's your name? My name is Kuta Kente. Pow. Name is Toby. That's your name. Your name is Toby. Pow. What's your name? My name is Kuta Kente. Pow. What's your name? My name is Kuta Kente. Beat him some more. Pow, pow. Pow. Beat him some more. Pow, pow. What's your name? My name is Toby. Say it loud. My name is Toby. Y'all remember that? It's what you see right now. Only in modern day times. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. You see? And the people mourning. Anybody have any type of recollection of what we've been through as a people, from slavery, bondage and captivity, taken away from our families? When you go to Deuteronomy 28th chapter, the 15th verse to the 68th verse, and you see all the things that we went through, and you think about, you know, I'm hard struck right now because, let me see if I can show you something, if I can, if it'll come up on my phone. This hit me hard today with all the things I had to deal with, but this, was too much, man. But my phone's not, for some reason it's not working. I guess it's not for you to see, but it's it was, man, it was something else. I can tell you about it. It was okay, let me see, it might come on now. I don't know what happened. Okay, maybe it's coming on now. But the things that we went through, y'all, is beyond imagination. And if I'm gonna bear with me, and we'll try and find it for you. It's terrible what we went through, and to know that we went through this, and it's just overlooked, like we're supposed to get over it. Hopefully I can find it for you. Maybe it's not there. have so many. Is that it? No, that's not it. Let me try another place. I'm trying to look for it. Just bear with me. It'll bring what I'm saying on home to you. It's worth. Okay, let's see. Here it is. My brother sent it to me. He hit home. Yeah, it should be on this page. No, you won't turn. Okay, here we go. It's worth waiting for. Yeah, here we go. Bam. You talking about what we went through? Oh, yeah. Be patient. Bear with me. Here it is. Okay. It says more proof, innumerable acts of pure evil done to our ancestors by white men. That's all I'll say. You see that? That's a slave for whatever he did. They caged the rat on his stomach down by his genital and probably starved the rat out. I got a couple cameras going, that's why I'm showing it to them. Y'all talking about some cruelty. Oh yeah, my brother Shaka Wargo. Ah, that's right, my brother. Okay, look at this. They made purses, cigar case, book covers, and more from the skin of our ancestors. Never forget, Negro skin shoes. Negro skin shoes. See that? That's our skin. See that? That's our skin. The shoes made from our skin. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I have more, but I'm just going to continue with the word because it's real, yo. That's why I say Proverbs 39:2, when the righteous are in authority, and remember, Jacob have next. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So that's why I say, if you not trying to make it to a righteous kingdom, myself shall come to judge and make war and set righteousness up on this earth forever and ever and ever. It's going to be a remnant of all nations that's going to be able to make it, including the remnant of the Israelites. Everybody going to have their position in a righteous kingdom. It's going to be like it is now. How could it be a righteous kingdom? That's why I said when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. It's going to be rejoicing. More so than you have now. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. That's where we at. People mourning. 1 Thessalonians 5:3. 1 Thessalonians 5:3. 1 Thessalonians 5:3. But when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them, as travail upon a woman with child. You know, that's like saying, you know, it's going to be peace. You're going to be all right. But it's saying these destructions that's coming is like a woman having a baby with the contractions. If you notice, things are happening closer and closer and closer and closer and closer together. But when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child. That's why they're getting closer and closer and closer now. And they shall not escape. The Most High say you ain't going to escape. Isaiah 57 and 21. Isaiah 57, 21. So you look at how often you look at the news and something's going on. All the time now. It used to be like that. There is no peace, said the Most High, to the wicked. There'll be no peace to them. No peace to the wicked. Isaiah 59 and 8. The way of peace, they know not. They don't know the way of peace. And there is no judgment in their goings. They have made them crooked paths. Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace. You follow them, you ain't gonna know no peace. Even though they say peace and safety, you ain't gonna know no peace. Like it says, coming like a woman in travail. Gonna happen on you. Just like it don't happen on them. Verse 7, their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are the thoughts of iniquity. Their thoughts are the thoughts of iniquity. How can they think of righteousness when the Most High didn't give the laws to no one but the 12 tribes of Israel? Their thoughts are, and he said, the Gentiles, when they do the things that's contained in the law, are a law unto themselves. Most High ain't dealing with them. Their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. We just read it. Whose oppressors slay them, possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty. They make haste to shed innocent blood. The police, bam. They make haste to shed innocent blood. This was happening. See what this says. Oh, bam, boom. They make haste to shed innocent blood. It is what it is. You can't deny it. How many case scenarios can we pull out the hat? That has happened already. In our time, we see it. Their feet run to evil. That's what police do. They run to evil, don't they? And make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity. Wasting and destruction are in their paths. That's what they do. Now you can, in the end, when all this go down, and the Mashiach shall come to judge, and they're going to say, as salvation come on this earth, like I say, the past, the present, the future is all here. All those that's wicked, just what they're going to say. Wisdom Solomon 5 and 7. What it say? Wasting and destruction are in their paths, right? In Isaiah 59 and 7. So this is what they're going to say. When salvation is coming on this earth, righteousness is coming on this earth, they're going to say this. In Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 7. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yeah, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Most High, as for the way of the Mashiach that's in this Bible, we have not known it. Straight up. Make it mean something different. Make it mean that they know the Most High and the Mashiach now until the end of time. This and in this world. You can't. This is what they saying. They're gonna say this. Job 24:13. The future. Job 24 and 13. That's why you can't be caught up with them. You got to change. This is all about us changing. Well, this is part talking to you too. So 24 and 13. They are of those that rebel against the light. What's the light? Proverbs 6:23. The light is the laws of the Most High, the commandments of the Most High. They are of those that rebel against the law, such commandments of the Most High. We not under the law. Where y'all get that from? Where do you get that you have to follow the Most High's rules and regulations? They are of those that rebel against the light. They know not the ways thereof, nor abide in the paths thereof. We just read it. Don't it coincide? We rid ourselves of the way of wickedness and destruction. Yeah, we have gone through desert where there ain't no way. Messiah said in St. John 14:6, I am the way, the truth, and the life. He said he's the way, the truth, and the life. They don't know it. There are those that rebel against the light, rebel against telling them what the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High are. They know not the ways thereof. They're not going to know the ways of the Most High. And when salvation coming on this earth, this is what they're going to say. I just told you and showed you. In Wisdom Solid 5 and 7, read for yourself. They know not the ways thereof, nor abide in the paths thereof. See, they're going through desert where there ain't no way. As for the way of the Most High and the Messiah, we have not known it. Second Ezra 3, Second Ezra the 3rd chapter, verse 32. And it's very important that you take heed. Or is there any other people that know of thee beside Israel? Or is there any other people on this earth that knoweth the Most High besides Israel? Or what generation have so believed thy covenants as Jacob? Because who is the covenants given to? See, this is just the problem, I think, with a lot of people. They don't know the Bible. So the things that they hear, they'll say that we're everywhere. We're going everywhere. Because they don't know how to define things from the Bible that's being said through precepts. Get understanding through the precepts. So he's saying, or that generation that have so believed thy covenants as Jacob, right? The covenant is a contract of agreement. Who's the covenants given with? Real quick, go to Psalms 105. We're going to look at verse 8 to 10. Psalms 105, verse 8 to 10 proves who the covenants were given to, right? He had remembered his covenant, his contract of agreement, forever. Psalms 105, 8 to 10 proves who the covenant's with. He had remembered his covenant, his contract or agreement forever. The word which he commanded to 1,000 generations. Which covenant, contract or agreement he made with Abraham. And his oath unto Isaac. And confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law. And to Israel, that's the Israelites who we are, for an everlasting covenant. That's why he's saying here, what's the difference? Saying the same thing. Here he's saying, in verse 32 of 2nd Ezra, 3rd chapter, see, when you look at the Apocrypha, which most people that are involved in these religions don't know anything about it. They can't precept it because they've taken it out of the Bible. Listen what it says. Or is there any other people that knoweth thee beside Israel? Or what generation have so believed thy covenants as Jacob? We just read who the covenants were with. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, to the 12 tribes of Israel. Why it's being said? And yet their reward appeareth not. Your reward has not appeared. And their labor have no fruit. For I have gone here and there through the heathen. See, I've gone to and fro amongst these heathen these other nations outside the 12 tribes of Israel, and see that they flow in wealth. See these other nations flow in wealth, even to this day. And think not upon thy commandments. Hear that? Because it tells you in Psalm 96 and 5, for all the gods of the nations are idols. They ain't dealing with the Most High's commandments. That's why they're teaching our people that they're not under the law. So you'll be a heathen, just like them. And the most thinking that the Most High will not redeem us. But there's some of us that fear the Most High and come back to his laws, statutes, and commandments. And think not upon thy commandments. These heathen nations not thinking about the Most High's commandments. Or what's religion is keeping the moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, and ceremonial laws. It says, weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balance, and theirs also that dwell in the world. And so shall thy name nowhere be found but in Israel. We know the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. He said, this is my name forever, memorial to all generations. We know his name. Yes. Or when was it that they which dwell upon the earth have not sinned in thy sight? Or what people have so kept thy commandments? Thou shalt find that Israel by name have kept thy precepts, but not the heathen. Yeah. So he said, Israel, we the Israelites have kept the Most High's precepts, but not who? The heathen. Now you look at Psalms 119, 104, it says, through thy precepts I get understanding. So the heathen don't have understanding. Therefore I hate every false way, because the false way is against the Most High's rules and regulations. I know about rules and regulations. And that false way is against his rules and regulations. Why the Most High say he hate every false way? People ain't real. A whole lot of false ways now. Got false breasts, false booties, false, you name it, false everything. Look beautiful just the way you are. You gotta have fake eyelashes. You gotta have all these things that makes you not be yourself, real. You know? These are the things that we have to change, you know. The Most High made us the way he made us. Be joyous for who you are and how the Most High made you. That's why you got to find the greatness of yourself. Because you do have greatness in yourself. Most High didn't make no mistakes. Jeremiah 6 and 13. Jeremiah 6:13.